This episode of Azeroth Morning Radio is brought to you by...
Me. This episode is sponsored by me, Grifty.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes, it is. While Shifty was rubbing elbows with stars at the Grummies, I was back at HQ scrubbing toilets, cleaning up after you two bald bozos and your, quote, celebrity cheese platter. So now I'm building my own empire. Yeah, you listening. Come work for me at the AMI Network. That's patreon.com/Azeroth Morning Radio.
Wait, that's our...
You sign up, get early access, bonus chaos, and my official review printed on a luxurious one-ply piece of toilet paper. That's leadership, baby.
Nope, that's a lawsuit.
Patreon.com/Azeroth Morning Radio. Join before I'm back on toilet duty.
Good morning, Azeroth. Broadcasting live from the Trade District of Stormwind.
Hey, who enrolled an arcane relay through the coffee pot again?
Coffee's done.
Hang on. I think we got it.
This is Azeroth Morning Radio. Warcraft for the rest of us.
And good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome. This is episode 22 of Azeroth Morning Radio.
What would you ask the daughter of the sea?
Well, Jaina, first I'd ask for you to help me get a date with your mom. But since that's not possible, my name's Jibs, and I'm joined by 2010's ugliest Worgen. His name is Cash.
Dude, you want a date with Jaina's mom?
Dude, she is single, and I'm just saying.
Yeah, Jibs has got good taste.
True.
She pretty.
Well, hey, that's one less dude to be in competition for Jaina for me, so just have right at it, buddy. Oh my gosh, dude, the intro, Grifty is pissed.
He's not happy. He's not happy about cleaning them toilets, man. Turns out you go to the Grummies and you leave one out. They get feisty.
Well, we had to pick one, and Shifty got the coin flip, but now it seems as if Grifty is giving us one-ply toilet paper. So I would just say this for at least for a while, poop at home, because that spells a breach.
It's a contract breach right there, literally.
Yeah.
Oh, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good, man. It's going good. I've had a very busy week. We got some rain here in Southern California, which is absolutely nuts and not normal. But yeah, we had several days of squalls, and we had a tsunami warning today and all kinds of stuff going on. So been busy at work with that. But I have, I might have had a revelation here over the last week, buddy, and it's a little late in the game that I'm sharing this with you and the peeps.
You're ordering a toupee.
No.
Oh.
Not happening.
All right.
That's a 70s style, and you would never see me with a toupee. I owned it, bro. I own this.
Yeah, the only thing you owned was a toupee.
This pure freaking shine on my head, this Mr. Clean, I own it, and I love it.
I know. Aerodynamic, baby. I can't imagine another way. Can you imagine us with hair now? If we grew our hair out, what we'd look like?
No.
Oh.
My daughter sees pictures of me when I got married and had a lush head of hair, and she seriously grosses out.
Yeah.
It's like, ew.
Yeah. I had my wife refuses to get rid of a high school picture of me on our cupboards in our kitchen for whatever reason. And there it is, sideburns. We called them sideboards back then. So you had sideburns all the way down, Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys were high school sweethearts, right?
I met her when I can't say her age, but I was 15 and she was on her way into college. So, yeah.
Oh, that a girl. Well, see, my wife did the same thing because Molly's significantly older than I am.
Yeah.
But and so my daughter's called her a cradle robber. for pretty much her entire speaking existence. But
Yeah.
I have news.
Okay, what's news?
I
I'm
have
sorry.
news.
I'm sorry. What do you got?
Man, we can derail a show.
We can derail with the best of them.
Right, but train's right back on the tracks, baby. Okay, so I did a bunch of stuff on my hunter this week. Okay? Mm-hmm. One of which I want to talk about with you as we get this show started, but I did a bunch of just catch-up mechanic stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So I did the event, got some base gear, and then I started going for it. Running delves, doing, some of the lower mythics, doing the catch-up event where you get the cartel coins. That was all very real for me. And I watched the power creep on my BM Hunter. You guys can call me whatever you want, right? Call it whatever you want to call it. I really like BM Hunter. It's super fun. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of getting that itch to DPS again. So here's the revelation. Mm-hmm. I'm going to main my Hunter in Midnight and not my Druid, which is crazy because I just very recently did the, you grab all your characters and you get the add-on and you see what your total time played was.
Yeah.
And it was embarrassing, but dude, like 60% of my playtime across all characters in the life of my account was on a Druid. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's going to be a little different for me playing Hunter this time around, but I'm very excited about it. I'm having a blast with them. So much fun.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how well you hold to that Hunter whenever we get everyone hits max, and then we have our friends that are all going to be wanting to push content. We'll see how long you hold to that Hunter.
Oh, are you seriously tickling me right now about switching classes?
We know how you are. You flop around like a wet noodle between your classes. We know how you are.
It's not a thing. I do not.
Look,
deflecting
on
right
the other
now.
hand, pick and stick with one class. So
yeah, okay. Until we talk about that new trailer that Blizzard just put out and what you were playing today.
That's right. This, kids, is a term I learned from my wife called gaslighting.
Yes. Okay, so last thing before you get into your thing. And I want to talk about this today.
Yes.
We tried PvP training grounds.
Yeah, we did.
We did a lot of PvP training grounds. I'm just going to toss that little grenade under your chair. And how was your week?
It was great. I got beat up by NPCs in training grounds.
Not really, though.
No, not really. It was actually a lot of fun. And come to find out, a lot of PvPers doing the same thing because they're like, why get in a match and potentially lose and be high stress when you can just go do training grounds and get good, decent honor? It's chill. You may die every now and then, but for the most part, you don't. You may lose because they do beat you if your team's not playing
the AI
well.
is smart.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, rogues play near perfectly to a rogue. Aside from of course, they don't CC as much, but my goodness, there's some sneaky rogue NPCs going around in those training grounds.
Yeah, there is. The one thing I did notice though is like, say you're guarding a flag or something.
Yeah.
You're guarding a flag. It's just maybe you and another person, or maybe you're solo guarding a flag, and the rogue will come. There's no doubt the rogue's coming to back cap if they can get it, but they will take the same exact line every single time. And I can't expect them to have several different routes they take, right? That might be a little over the top, but man, I would just throw my trap and just sit there and wait, and I'd catch him every time in the same exact spot.
Yep.
So the AI is not perfect, but man, what a challenge. It's a challenge. If you want to get into PvP and at least just taste it and learn what the battlegrounds are about, man, I cannot recommend the training grounds enough.
Yeah, it's fun, honestly, and it's super chill. It's so chill. And everything you just said is so true. It's a great way to get in and learn your class. If you're thinking about healing, it's a great way to get in and be, just learn how to heal. One thing I do genuinely love is that within the training grounds, they allow for people to be a tank or whatever and just play as a tank. And so we're fighting against blood DKs. You're fighting against prop paladins, and it takes forever to kill them. It's just fun. I'm like, yeah, man, that's how it should be. You should be allowed to have tanks. I mean, you can in battlegrounds. You can do that thing. But sometimes I've noticed it will take the slot of a healer. And I'm just like, man. And so, yeah, it's cool just to to go at it in there and have a good time.
Yeah, 100%. And it's a challenge. And I think the really fun part is that it is very rare because we ran a bunch. So we got a really good feel of how they play. But the fun thing is that nobody's upset at each other in there. No one's yelling at each other. I think we only experienced it maybe once or twice where somebody would get on and be like, really, we're going to lose this match. And we were just laughing at them.
Oh, dude, I couldn't help but laugh.
At them. Like, are you kidding me, dude? You're in training grounds. There's people in here that don't know the battleground very well. So why don't you just like take on a teaching role instead of getting upset over somebody in the training grounds?
Yeah. Yeah, it really is like the last place to get upset over anything. It's so chill. And like Cash said, only ever happened maybe like once or twice. But anyway, it's been a good week in Warcraft for me. A lot of time on my hunter, a lot. And between that and just kind of messing around, getting some stuff ready, clearing bags, made another add-on, a couple add-ons. So it was a fun week, a good week. And
you're not getting away with it. You have to talk about the add-ons you made this week because they're fantastic.
Okay, I will. Thank you. I appreciate that. I made a second sister add-on to Set Lock, and it's called Item Lock. You literally can lock any item in your inventory, and when you do lock it, it'll put a border over your item, so you know it's locked. It's not going to get sold. You're not going to have to worry about it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, Jibs, why don't you just add that to Set Lock? Well, because it could break other people's add-ons that they already have, and it's just easier to keep it separated. And then number two, Cash one night was like, man, I don't know what you said. It was like, I wish I knew when my pet was dead.
Yeah, I said, I wish there was a better indicator for when your pet dies.
Yeah.
Other than just you spamming skills that aren't working.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's an add-on called Your Pet is Dead. And it will literally pop up on your screen with a sound choice of your choosing that your pet is dead. And it will remain on the screen, and you can size the font. Be sure to read the add-on description on CurseForge for that one. And you can make it all the way up to size 64 font if you want. Like, you can make it big. And it'll disappear once you start to res your pet. And it's working. Like, it works really well. I can't complain.
It's actually fun being in Discord with Jibs when he's working on these things, because if you can picture little tiny Anakin on his pod racer and he's going, it's working.
That's exactly right. So anyway, that's they're on CurseForge, and so just hopefully it helps folks. That's the whole goal of doing this. It's not for like I care about the downloads, like the people who make stuff like, DBM or Raider.io, like those, like everyone who makes those big add-ons, like they're the real workhorses. This is just to help some folks. So hopefully it helps some folks. But anyway, this week on the show, folks, we got a jam-packed episode for you. We're going to be doing a quick recap on our War Within Awards show at the Grummies last week. You guys, I tell you, I think you all liked it. So we're definitely going to be bringing that back in a couple years into the next expansion. Two grown men talk about Etsy, aka us. Blizzard promises more player customization. We gush over Blizzard's latest animated video drop and say thank you to some folks who have helped us be better players. All right, so we're going to get started. But before we do, maybe you're a casual, maybe you're working 9 to 5, maybe you're working the weekends. Folks, here, it's Warcraft for the rest of us. This show is for you. Welcome home.
Adventurers, does your home smell like damp boots, wet dog, old spell components, or whatever that is in the corner?
Ew.
Then you need Gnome air fresheners. The only air freshener scientifically engineered to overpower reality. Ah, that's better. Choose from our most popular scents. Freshly washed lab coat, mountain breeze, lavender, but aggressive. Each Gnome Air TM canister releases a controlled burst of purified aroma particles. Controlled. And don't worry, Gnome Air is safe for people, pets, and most magical familiars.
We shall reap your soul!
Side effects may include sneezing, clarity, sudden happiness, and mild evacuation of the premises. So stop living in stink and start living in science. Gnome Air. If it smells clean, we did it right.
Yo, this is Nixily. when I'm not starting the Demencius fight by mistake, I'm listening to Azeroth Morning Radio.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here today. And as we get started, well, it's the Hero's Call.
Hero's Call. Friends, Jibs and I had about as much fun as we could possibly had making a show for you last week. If you listened, then you know, but we had a little different format last week, and we did something called the Grummie Awards, which of course was a play on words for the Grammy Awards, but ours was about the War Within and our final thoughts on the War Within as an expansion. And we had a bunch of awards that we gave out in true Grammy fashion, and it all took place at the Bellagio Hotel down in the Undermine. And I'm not kidding you. Like, we absolutely had a blast. There was a ton of laughs, and I'd make a bit, send it to him, and he'd give me laughing emojis. And you know, we talked about where he's going to go in the show, and he did the same. And it was a massive edit to get the show where we wanted it to be, just because it's different from our normal format here. So, you know, he didn't, when Jibs was doing this over the weekend, I know it took you some hours to get everything where you wanted it to be. And I commend you for that, because I personally think the show came out really good, and seemingly everybody liked it. Like, we're getting a ton of really good feedback on the Grummies.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun, and we're so thankful to so many of you who liked it and enjoyed it. Got a lot, like you said, a lot of great feedback. It was a fun episode to release, because also, in addition to releasing that episode, we released our brand new animated visuals that's happening now on YouTube. Thank you to Lucky Dart for that, by the way. Great artist, helped us out, we walked him through what we were looking for. And so you can check that out over at YouTube. You may see a goblin hand moving every now and then, steaming cup of coffee, some candles, and oddly enough, a rat. So there's all kinds of fun
Stormwind rat.
Stormwind rats, baby. That's right. So they took, they did a great job capturing the AMR feel and bringing it into World of Warcraft. So yeah, it was a blast doing that last week. It was great too, because now we're like, ooh, we want to do this next time around. We want to add this next time around. And so we were already talking today about, you know, what we're going to be doing in a couple of years from now for something like that. So yeah, thank you everybody for the great support, the great comments, great support all around. And yeah, I look forward to a couple of years, and more so today for what we got going on the show. Yeah, we had, and we know there were some really good suggestions about some things that we missed. You know, just some other characters and areas that we could have put in for the awards that we gave out. And you're absolutely right. But, you know, at some point we had to whittle down the show a little bit, so it was a little bit more palatable and not a 3-hour show. But yeah, but you guys were right. We did miss a couple things. But what we did not miss is the fact that the Undermine was the runaway. It took a lot of people's hearts, and we got a lot of good comments about how they agreed with our award choices, especially the Undermine. It was just it was a runaway to me. And you know, every Grammys, if you watch the real Grammys, I really don't, but I did when I was a kid, watched them a bunch. There's always a runaway. There's always one movie or one actor that just takes home everything. Oh yeah. And I think that's where the Undermine landed in the War Within. So anyway, thank you. If you haven't heard it, it is episode 21. Go take a listen to that. Now is a great time, because midnight is literally upon us. It's launching next week. And that brings up a real quick fail of the week. Want to hear my fail of the week, Jibs? Yeah, go on. I know where you're going. Yeah. So as we all know, the early access for Midnight is February 26th and 27th, correct? Yeah. Guess when Cash signed up for a 2-day class? You're a big dumb dummy. You did it, didn't you? February 26th and 27th. I will be in class.
Hey, yeah, don't worry. I'll log in and change your name to Big Dumb Dummy.
As if on cue. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? The citizens of the town that I protect will be in a little bit better hands because I'll have some fresh knowledge for them.
There you go.
To protect your town. So you're welcome.
I love it.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, moving on. We wanted to do something a little bit different this week, and this is truly different. This is a topic that we have not touched on, but we absolutely need to because I have become addicted to Etsy. And yes, I'm a grown-ass man talking about Etsy. If you're a World of Warcraft fan and you like decorations and trinkets and statues and anything you can think of in the World of Warcraft universe and you haven't been to Etsy yet, do that thing. Because I have found so much cool stuff on there and I have some examples here. I have to give a massive shout out to Beatitudo Studio. And I believe this gentleman is out of Arizona. And I have been browsing Etsy and I found his creation, one of his creations. It is a wanted poster for Hogger, the original Hogger quest and it's like an engraved wood sign in a frame. And I believe it's a 5x7. I believe it's a 5x7, but it is the exact font, the exact quest text, the quest rewards, everything on a wanted poster for Hogger. Fantastic and super reasonable with his pricing. But man, I picked it up. It got delivered yesterday and I am in love with this thing. So it's definitely going up in this studio. Very, very happy about it. So, and Ryan reached out over Etsy and the shipping was fantastic. And he dropped me a 10% coupon in the packaging. And what a fun, nostalgic product for Warcraft fans. So if you're out there and something like that, like sparks your fancy, 100% I recommend it. It is, again, it's Beatitudo Studio, Beatitudo. Go look it up. It's awesome. I have a few more here. I'm looking at it right now. It is, it looks like it was like wood burned. It looks really cool. Yeah. Like even the etching for the rewards, like the footman tunic, the balanced fighting stick, or Stormwind guard leggings. I love it. So what I'll probably do, if anybody out there follows me on X, I'm at Cash Quests. I will probably take a couple pictures of some of the things that I'm going to talk about here and put them up because they're Etsy purchases. And that's why I'm in love with Etsy. It's so much fun. Here's another one. There's one called Chroma Print Studio. Actually, by the way, before I do that, Ryan, thank you. I know that we've been talking a little bit through Etsy, and I love your product. And I hope we bring some more people to your product because it's super cool and very ingenious. So well done. Next one I want to talk about is Chroma Print Studio. They will do a World of Warcraft character that is personalized as an art print for you. So amazing ratings. And their description is a high quality print of your World of Warcraft character. Choose your favorite picture of your WoW character with your best transmog, and I will create a piece of digital art for you. They're gorgeous.
Oh, these are awesome looking.
Yes, to have your character. The first thing I thought of was my hunter with Greywatch, which is that's my hunter's owl. Putting him up, like having him flying behind him or something in this perfect pose with the bow. Oh my God. So that might be my next one. There is one that I'd like to show. And I know that there's some folks in here that can actually see my camera. So I'm going to show them this one.
He's sliding over. He's grabbing his product. Oh yeah. I'm so glad you're doing this.
Here's the other one. So this one was a gift from my daughter, and this one was also from Etsy, called Xeno Wares, XENO Wares US. And it's described as, I think it's Thrall, but it's described as an Orc Troll Ogre Shaman headphone stand, it's perfect. And so it comes not painted, but I painted that with all my miniature painting stuff. And I'll also take a picture of this and put it on X because I think it's amazing. But my daughter bought it for me for Christmas. and I have had such a fun time painting him that I wanted to talk about it on the show. So if you happen to be a miniature painter, I dabble. I'm trying to get better at it, but check out Etsy. There are so many 3D printed resin paintable models from World of Warcraft that you can get on Etsy if you're into it. Now, I have one more creator that I really want to talk about, but I can't because I purchased one, and I purchased one for Jibs, and it's currently being shipped to his house, and I will not reveal what it is. I'm going to let him do it when he gets it.
That's nice.
But
thank you.
Maybe we can talk about that one on next week's show. After you get it, we can talk about that creator on Etsy.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll post it in our Patreon channels too. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So anyway, the whole point of this was, this is 100% community driven stuff. There are some amazing Etsy shops out there, and they make the things that you cannot buy in the Blizzard store. And they might title it something else, but it's very recognizable as Warcraft stuff. So go check them out if you haven't done that. Not just the ones, that I detailed here today, but there's a bunch of Warcraft stuff. So
do it.
Hooray for Etsy.
Breaking news. Brought to all of yous by the Goblin News Network.
Blizzard pledges more player customization. Interview with Windows Central. That's coming to us from wowhead.com. All right, folks. So Blizzard confirmed that more racial housing styles are coming. This includes support for goblins and gnomes. Right now, players have had to improvise, so building goblin-style homes, using undermined decor. But the team says they don't want players waiting years for proper racial themes. They also said that this won't be painfully slow rollout like Heritage Armor. They also, what's funny that they say that? I never really considered, and maybe it was because of the time, I don't know if we were in between WoW or what, but when they started bringing Heritage Armor to the game, I never really thought it took forever. Whenever it show up, I'm like, oh, new Heritage Armor, even if it's not my race, like the Night Elves, even when they got theirs, I'm like, oh, that's cool, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's Night Elves. Who cares?
Yeah, it's
I do.
Oh, my bad.
I like my Night Elves. No, I'm with you on that one. I think the funny thing is that maybe that we don't realize, because we don't scour the forums. We look at the forums when there's poignant information we're looking for, but we're not how there's barflies?
Yeah.
Men and women are barflies. They can be barflies, right?
Yeah.
We're not forum flies.
Nope. I also like to stay in a certain bubble too. I don't like to go where there's just a ton of bashing on the game or a ton of negativity. No. I'm good, so I like to stay in our own bubble, our audience, our friends, the patrons here. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. So to some extent, we don't know all the things that people are wanting and crying about, QQing about.
Yeah.
So when they come out, for me, it's more Warcraft for my Warcraft box.
That's true.
So I love it.
That's right. They also revealed something bigger. Housing systems may not always be limited to instanced neighborhoods. Dun, dun, dun. The team has already discussed how housing tech could support quests, activities, and events in the main world of Azeroth. However, they emphasize the current priorities: optimization and support. They also noted that players building traps, jumping puzzles, and user-generated content in their homes has helped them understand what players enjoy and is influencing future priorities. Buddy, does that not sound a little bit remember when Arcade came out and you had your home out in the world kind of thing? You remember that?
Yeah, it says housing systems, though. I don't know if that necessarily means housing, because that, to me, how are they going to do that? You know what I mean?
Hey, I tell you what, though, how cool would it be for Elwyn Forest along the road? It's not just the forest as much. It's the forest, yes, but you also start seeing some homes, some little, people could go off and that's your home.
I'm all about it. I mean, even if they were to instance it when it's out there, but you run past the threshold, or past that mesh. In the game, I'm talking in game systems now, you run past that mesh and then all of a sudden you're phased.
Yeah.
Which would be great.
yeah, it'd be a really cool way to kind of fill some of those old zones, get people back in that area again, people back in that world, that section of the world. And I mean, housing's done a great, regardless of what they choose to do, I'll die on this hill easily. Housing has done so many good things for this game, especially for getting people out in the world again, like still to this day. Yes, we're long past the honeymoon phase of housing. People are still out in the world. They're still out there getting their stuff. They're still farming stuff. They're still getting that lumber. So, yeah, it's a win.
And what's crazy is it's not even like, has it been officially released?
Nope, not yet.
That comes with Midnight, right?
It comes with Midnight, yeah. So
we just got the early access to it because we're diehards and we, paid the money to be into it and all that stuff. So, yeah, I think a lot of people that are coming back to the game for Midnight are going to have a pretty big surprise with the housing system and hopefully enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I would really like to see it get the love that it deserves, because they put a lot of work in. We've talked about it. Like, this is one system that was not mailed in.
No,
it was very well done. People are loving it. And I would really like to see, just like Delves, I would like to see further development on these things that they're talking about. I love how they hint at stuff. They may not always be limited to instanced neighborhoods.
Yeah.
What does it mean? What's in the box?
What's it mean? So the bigger part of this article, well, I shouldn't say bigger part. The other half is on character customization. And this has kind of been discussed from the community for a long time. I know we've talked about it. Blizzard acknowledged there is no firm roadmap yet for new racial cosmetics. Instead of small drops here and there, though, like heritage armor, they're looking at a larger, more comprehensive project. They've even discussed improving character animations, though that is not coming soon. Blizzard also addressed cosmetic clutter. So over the years, many talents, toys, abilities, they've added visual and audio effects, but they weren't designed to work together. So the team would like to integrate cosmetic glyphs into the new transmog system, allowing toward a more, quote, consolidated solution for customizing appearances and effects. They also acknowledge that some players have asked for repeatedly more animations that reflect the role you're playing, whether that's tanking, healing, or casting. It's part of it. And maybe one day you'll see support in there as a broader customization system in the future. Customization, man.
Yeah, I love to see this. We've been talking about customization a bit recently.
Yeah.
And where we'd like to see things go.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Open her up.
No, go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts on this first, because I know where my head's at, and it's kind of a wall of crazy stuff, but I still think it'd be awesome.
Well, like where my head goes at first, it may not be where you think I'm going. I would love to see a large updated not only options, but improved visual customization on the playable races we already have. So like humans, Kultirans. I would love Kultirans to be able to have, I don't know, like tattoos, like pirate tattoos or whatever, just fun things like that to further immerse yourself in your character, and especially as the game has really started gravitating more towards a broader play style of player. Like, it's not just what it once was, and now you're having these people branch out and really get into their characters. And so I really do think it leaves room for great opportunities for customization for current races in the game.
Okay, I agree 100%. And I'm actually very happy that you brought up the tattoo thing, because right now the tattoo options that are in there are not great. I really do think that, and I know that some of it might not be like lore centric and stuff, and I understand that, but like neither's Harris Pilton. She's not lore centric. You know what I mean? She's crossing that wall into paralleling our life and pop culture and stuff. So I'm okay with what I'm about to say. I would really love to see some way better tattoo options, like sleeves, traditional tattoos. And I know how Blizzard would do it. Blizzard would do it very well. And maybe there's even like little World of Warcraft characters and stuff on some type of a traditional sleeve tattoo or a big back piece or something. Like, it's just part of society now.
Yeah.
You know, tattoos are a huge thing now. So I think some better tattoo choices would be really neat. The one this is kind of a small thing. This isn't my wall of crazy idea. This is something that I've thought about quite a bit. I would love to see the ability to wear 2 back pieces if they complemented each other. So what I mean is like having a cape or cloak with a quiver or a backpack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know they probably would run into some clipping issues. And I'm sorry, we will put something in our chat that says a large back tattoo of Jaina Pradmore. Yes, buddy. 100%. Cash is in. But to be able to have that, there's a lot of different choices in there. And if they would meet up together, it would be cool to have, like, imagine having like a spear on your back and a backpack.
Yeah.
Spears behind it, right?
Yeah.
Or, you know, the biggest one that I think of is like a cloak and a quiver for my hunter characters.
Yeah.
Make them look very, very Sentinel-y, Ranger-ish. I think it'd be super cool. Here's my wall of crazy idea for customization. And this dips into systems. So I get it if people are like, dude, shut up. Because my answer will be, okay, I'll shut up. But I would love for my characters to be able to have 2 weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Not dual wield. I mean, switchable.
Oh, that's definitely wall of crazy. Yeah.
Like a pair of swords.
Yeah.
And a bow.
Yeah.
I know that's nuts. And I know that's huge gameplay system changes. But how awesome would it be from a role play and combat perspective to be able to have 2, you know, dual weapons? I think would be so cool. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to shut up because I know that's crazy, but is it?
I mean, it's like the ultimate Aragorn fantasy if you're playing a hunter, right? I mean, you know, or when you're watching Gandalf and he's wielding a staff and a sword at the same time. I mean, it's just like, you know, yeah. And I get where your head's at with it, especially when you look at the MMO overall, like everything you're saying, when you're looking at the MMO genre as a whole, you know, like MMOs allowing for tattoos and more eccentric tattoos and more customization between whenever you can, you know, how you're carrying your weapons and that sort of thing. So yeah, I get it. I get that wall. I get that crazy.
I mean, even when you think about it, like vanilla used to be that way. And at least I know on a hunter it was. You had a range for your range weapon, and as soon as something closed the distance, you had skills with a one-hander.
You had to switch, yeah. So I tell you.
It was already there. I'm just saying.
Classic is great for the roleplay or RPG experience. You're good. You'll get it there. Play what, you know, like really kind of really embodies the playing what you want, how you want kind of thing. But anywho, so yeah, folks, you can go check us out. This is over at wowhead.com. Next up, we have discover dream homes and get free decor with Zillow for Warcraft. Again, coming to us from wowhead.com. Now, this is out right now. Blizzard has announced a new partnership with Zillow. We knew that was a thing, right? Well, this is part of Zillow's sometime starts today campaign. So there's, of course, no real buying or selling involved. It's just themed after plot listings. And of course, you have your real estate agents there, which you can send email to, which we did, by the way. You don't know that. We totally did from Azeroth Morning Radio to our agent. She is a gnome. Told her we were both looking for a home that Jibs prefers around the sea and you prefer the forest. So we're waiting for a response from our gnome sales agent. So we'll keep looking for that. But Blizzard describes...
I love this.
I know, this is amazing. Blizzard describes it as, quote, welcome to the neighborhood. Whether you're looking for a tropical retreat where you can... Hang on. I need to do this properly. Welcome to the neighborhood. Whether you're looking for a tropical retreat where you can skip Kaja Cola under the sun... Oh, sip, not skip. Or an idyllic spot where the neighbors are quiet as the grave. Zillow for Warcraft has what you need. End quote. Players can visit Zillow.com/Warcraft to explore the listings.
That was actually a really good brochure until you had a stroke in the middle of it.
Yeah, I know. I kind of choked out there a little bit. So yeah,
a little bit of a mini stroke.
A little bit. Now they did add a cool thing in there though, that it's a naturally elegant doormat. So anybody that, gets in there, you can claim it. I claimed mine for my home. You get a free doormat. I'm just like, this is cool. And now by the way, we're not even really talking about this today, but they've also integrated Pinterest into Warcraft now. So you can connect your game to your Pinterest accounts and start making posts from your pictures in the game.
Who has a Pinterest account? We're grown men here.
You have one.
Why would we have a Pinterest account?
You have one, and you probably have a subscription somewhere buried in your wall of subscriptions that you always forget you have. You're the definition of that commercial.
100%.
I know you do.
I 100% have a Pinterest account.
I know you do. It's always a blast whenever I talk to you on the phone. You are the embodiment of that guy on those commercials that's like, from Rocket Mail or whatever that app is. Rocket app. Oh, I saved over $400 because I found out that I have 7 different subscriptions that I didn't even realize I still had. That's you. 100%.
You make me sound like I'm a cheap ass.
Well, I love you more than my next breath. But if the boot
I'm not
fits,
cheap. I'm thrifty.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That said, folks, you can go check this out at wowhead.com. Gosh. And then finally, watch the Liadrin, sorry, excuse me, animation, All That Is Sacred. This, holy cow, made some waves this week, folks. This coming to us from wowhead.com. Quote, in Azeroth's darkest hour, Liadrin stands against the void, knowing that with the light by her side, darkness will never prevail, end quote. This was a full-on animation that I don't want to spoil it for like taking everything, like detailing every little thing. But I tell you, I felt like I was watching a Netflix series. It was like 5 minutes. I was able to lose myself, and I'm like, I see, oh my gosh, this is like watching Castlevania on Netflix, like that style of art, right? Like you're just watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm here in Azeroth and I'm watching this on the screen. It was amazing.
Have you ever been tickled by a feather?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the smile on your face. You have no idea where I'm going with this, do you? It's like, this is a family show.
You know what? After 14 years of casting with you, I'm just like, he'll bring it around. We'll figure it out.
We might lose some listeners in the process.
We'll gain 5 more. No, it's all right.
Oh my God. Okay. My whole point is, have you ever been tickled by a feather? It's a moment where you're like, stop. Don't stop. Stop it. Please don't stop. It feels so good. That's how I felt with this.
Mm.
And the reason I say there's a dichotomy there, because I'm a grown man. I shouldn't like cartoons. And bless my daughter's heart, she has tried so hard to get me into anime.
Mm.
And there's certain anime that I will watch, like if it's like a fantasy style anime, because that's just my shtick, right? I love fantasy, wizards, swords, dragons, anything like World of Warcraft. I'm all about it. So I'll sit down and watch those with her. It's some of the more crazy ones where there's a lot of screaming and stuff that I'm really not into with anime. But I'm a grown man. I shouldn't be watching cartoons. And then I see something that's within my genre and I'm just like, hell yes, I would watch this all day. And the best example that I have for that is the Arcane series with League of Legends. And we've talked about this, right? Like I was never really, I've tried League of Legends, the game, but I'm not really a League of Legends player, but I am a fan of their lore because it's done very, very well. And I loved Arcane. I thought it was so wonderfully done. And I'm watching this, getting into the characters, recognizing characters. And I know you are, as a paladin at heart, you 100% recognize characters in this. And the only thing that I could think of is definitively, we need an animated series. for World of Warcraft. They have to do this. And I don't know if they're hinting at something. And I know it takes a ton of work to get to do these things and get them done. But if there is a company out there that has the resources to do something like this and just knock it out of the park, you're partnering with Zillow, you're partnering with freaking Pringles. Please partner with Netflix and bring your fans an animated series, because you can clearly execute on this type of genre.
I tell you.
So,
yeah.
That's it.
And the storytelling was there. And by the way, hey, I would just personally to you recommend, there's a Witcher series, a cartoon series. And I only watch the adult ones. Like, I'm not watching, like, it has to be TV mature for me to really get into those. And I would encourage you to, number one, pick up the Castlevania series on Netflix, watch it, or at least the first episode, and check out the Witcher series as well. They're cartoon and it's like meant for adults, and it's chef's kiss. And I tell you, watching this, there was a moment when Liadrin's talking to Alonza's Fowl, which, dude, so I read the book Before the Storm. It's the prequel book to BFA. I read that on Audible. It wasn't very long ago that I finished it. And Alonza's Fowl is in it. And there's this whole scene, this thing that takes place with him and Terralion, right? And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but like, you just really grew to love this priest who's now undead. And I tell you what, there was a moment when he is walking with Liadrin and they're just walking through the forest carrying a conversation. Nothing of note is happening, but they're just having a conversation. And it was just this glimpse of just me watching. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm watching an animated series of the world I love. Like, it just felt like for a moment, you weren't watching a trailer. You weren't watching a quick short. You were in this world. It was animated series that you love. And in the back of my mind, what starts to ring is a comment that Holly recently made. And she talked about, and I forget the verb, I wish I could quote it. But basically she said, we have plans for this IP to be so much bigger, like so much bigger than what it is.
Right. Yes. I remember that.
And yeah. I'm just like, yes, please. Yes, please. Because within that same animated short, I got to watch Alonza's Fowl fight. And I'm freaking out. I'm grabbing my cat, holding it up in the air. Alonza's is fighting. It's the father of paladins, and he's fighting, and he's spinning his staff. And I'm like, I didn't even know he could move like that. Look at him go. And I'm just like freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Is your cat okay?
My cat's staring at me. I'm staring at my cat. And I'm like, Alonza's. And it's just like, meow. And, you know, like... It was a
little druid.
Oh, not really. None of that happened. But anyway, it was a moment, man. Like, I just full on geeked out watching the father of paladins do work. And it was all in the world we love. And I'm just like, yes, guys. Yes. So much yes. So much yes.
Yeah. And they know it. They know they have an audience for this, you know, and it just, the funny thing about that too is when I was reading Blood Ties, you had said something before I started reading it that resonated with me, and it kind of stuck in my head the whole time that I was absorbing that book.
Oh gosh, what'd I say?
And no, it was really good and really true. But you said it's very easy to, like, the story's very easy to follow, and maybe you said that because you thought I was a little more simple than most people.
No, I remember that.
You're
no.
Like, just so you know, it's very easy to follow. It's like a kid's book. Which, I mean, it was very easy to follow, but it's not a kid's book. But the whole time I was reading that book, you can picture that book as an animated series very easily. Every scene. Every scene seemed to me like it was okay. And I'm picturing the whole thing. And I guess any book could really be that way in a fantasy setting, right? But I was picturing the entire book as it played out, as being an animated series or a series. I just like, this would be a great movie. So really, you look at the stories that the game tells, which some are fantastic and some have been kind of meh. But you want to talk about getting people wrapped around your lore and loving your lore. This is a way to do it. I have always loved IPs that make you feel like you're in the game when you cannot be in the game. And that's something that we talk about a lot here on our show, because that's what we want to do for you with our show. We want you to feel like you're getting a taste of Azeroth when you can't be playing the game yourself. So I've always loved IPs that have book series and comics and shows and all kinds of other things that you can be doing when you're not playing that IP's game. This is how you do it. This is how you rope people in. You want to talk about a larger audience. You have a bunch of people out there that have never played World of Warcraft, and then you drop something like this on Netflix, and people will be like, this is actually a really cool world. I'm interested to see more. Sub. And now all of a sudden people are playing your game, right? So I'm not trying to market for Blizzard, because they're clearly smarter than me when it comes to marketing their IP. But I'm just saying that the people want this. So it's all I could think about when I saw this thing. I loved the drop. I love that this is the world. This is the story that we're going into in a week. And I cannot wait to see more. It just got me pumped up to play through the main campaign and take my damn time doing it.
I'll tell you what got me pumped up to do was I couldn't log into my Paladin fast enough the moment I finished that thing. I couldn't hit play game quick enough. Oh man, I agree wholeheartedly. Everything you're saying, 100%, 110%. Folks, let us know your thoughts. You want to see an animated series? Tell us in the comments which storyline you would love for them to do first from World of Warcraft. Ready for S.N.A.R.K?
Let's do it.
S.N.A.R.K Online.
Friends, S.N.A.R.K has returned this week, and we got a comment which was pretty funny. Somebody was upset because we didn't have a lore lesson last week. I don't know if they were upset, but they made a comment like, "This is the first episode you guys haven't had a lore lesson." Like, don't worry, it's coming back. Our segments are going to be normal this week. So anyway, with that normalcy comes S.N.A.R.K, my friends. And this week this isn't such a snarky topic this week. This is more of a thank you to some folks out there who have made our gameplay experience a little bit better. So this segment for S.N.A.R.K is called Content Creator Carries. You know how you have that one part in every expansion where you hit a moment and you pretend like you figured something out on your own? Nah, you didn't. You probably watched a video, figured it out that way. Somebody else did it first. So anyway, Content Creator Carries is where we admit publicly and without shame that our efficiency in World of Warcraft has been largely outsourced to YouTube, and we're completely fine with it. So we're going to run through a list of some of our favorite content creators, the different guides they make, breakdowns, deep dives, and how they overall help us don't waste time doing this. That have really, honestly, saved us probably hundreds of hours of doing stuff on our own, and probably a good handful of gold at the same time. So these channels over the years, and I know Jibs likes some of these, but I suppose this is mostly my list because I came up with this segment this week. But you can find yourself swimming in circles a lot of times with some of the things that you're trying to figure out, getting yourself focused, systems that make you pull your hair out and you're just like, I just don't understand this, or how do I optimize this build, or I don't want to read all the patch notes. So you go to some of your favorite content creators out there, and here are some of our favorites. Starting off with Dalaran the Rogue.
Oh yeah.
Dalaran Gaming is on YouTube, and what's funny about a lot of these, you might not necessarily recognize the name, but if we were to put a video on of these people, you'd be like, oh yeah, I've watched some of their videos before.
Yep.
So anyway, the first one I wanted to cover was Dalaran Gaming. He provides a bunch of videos, just a huge variety. PvP game updates class videos. And some of the things that I love about Dalaran is that he's super in-depth in commentary and energetic when he delivers it. And that's just like patch notes. Like he can make patch notes fun. And the videos are very, very easy to follow. One of the latest videos that Dalaran put out was midnight class tuning and soloing content for rare mounts. So with the latest patch that we received, some of the Dragonflight stuff is now soloable, and you can basically grind some of that stuff out and farm some of the rare mounts that you needed help with before. And now they're soloable. So I put a video out on that. So anyway, Dalaran Gaming, thank you for the work that you do. Much appreciated. Another one I wanted to cover in this segment is I love her so much. She makes me laugh. She's been making videos for a long time, and that's Hazelnutty Games. You might have seen videos from, she's been doing videos for forever. Anyway, she's a YouTuber. She covers news tips. She does boss guides. But she's very funny. She's very sweet, very personable, and she's flat out just entertaining to watch. So you can catch her live streams, and her tip videos are usually very, very good, very easy to follow. One of her latest videos is how to get some of the newest mounts in Midnight. And then she has another one recently that is a speculation of the end of pet battles in Warcraft, which has been rumored. So she kind of goes into it and has a pretty interesting perspective on losing pet battles in Warcraft. Another one that I love is Signs of Kalani. You'll know this one because Kalani starts every video with, "Hey folks, this is Kalani." You know who I'm talking about if you've seen any of Kalani's videos. Anyway, again, how-tos, Warcraft guides, and Kalani's been making videos for about a decade. But just a super chill YouTuber, very easy to find and very easy to follow guides on the most recent relevant content. And Kalani really plays through the stuff that he's talking about. And the way you know this is because most of the background videos that Kalani is talking about is his characters playing through the exact content that he's talking about. That is a skill, and that is very difficult to do. So that just takes a lot of organization from a content creator perspective to take your video, categorize your video, and narrate to that same video is difficult to do. So kind of, I don't know, I guess maybe a trained eye can see the skill that he has there in being able to pull that off. So very, very cool.
Definitely.
Now, Jibs, I know that you know the next one, and I have to give a massive shout out to Tested Weevil, who's in here right now. And I was able to dive into Dvalin Gaming.
Yeah.
And really watch these videos.
Yeah.
And it was very surprising. So Dvalin Gaming is a gamer dad from Denmark. He's a streamer and YouTuber. He focuses on guides, news, and gameplay. But the thing that caught my attention is the content that he delivers and the environment that he delivers it in is so chill and so peaceful to your mind. Like just the music he plays, his presentation value, and his voice is so good. It's very good. Here's the other thing that's very interesting, and it very much should resonate with the casual audience. Dvalin is a huge proponent of the game assist features, like the single button rotation and the assisted highlight features. Dvalin makes builds around these features to help you increase your damage potential. And we know that they work because our friend Weevil was talking about this, and he's like, this guy significantly increased my DPS, which, however you feel about these assistance tools, if you use them, you do. If you don't, then, skip past this part. But it helps. These tools help a ton of people. People still want to be competitive. They want to be able to see what's on the ground and be able to still provide good DPS and good support for their group. So however you feel about it, this is helping a ton of people. And if it makes your gameplay more enjoyable, freaking use them.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, nobody's going to know. And number two, who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's your game. You pay your sub.
Yeah, you pay your $15 a month. You want to roll different alt every day? Do it. You want to play? Yeah, I will never. I will always be an advocate for the one button rotation. That brought such accessibility for so many people. You know, I'll never forget the comment I read. Due to physical disability, this person always wanted to push ranking in arena, in PvP. World of Warcraft, they couldn't do it just to physical limitations. Because of the one button rotation, they were able to get their rating and get their gear for the first time ever. I'm just like, that's right there. One of the most stressful things. It's a win. One of the more stressful components to World of Warcraft is arena PvP for a lot of people. And they were able just to go out and get their stuff because of one button rotation. It's awesome.
Right. And remember too, with the one button rotation, it doesn't completely remove all of your skills and just put it into one button. It's just your damage skills.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
All your utility is still on you.
Yeah.
So, as a way to learn your class, use these tools. As a way to continue once you have learned your class, if you find that you like it, use these tools.
Definitely.
Who cares? Okay. The thing that I love about Dvalin is he's very passionate about teaching people how to make their gameplay better through using these tools. And to me, it is legitimizing a feature that many players can downplay. So take a look at it. If it's your shtick, check out some of his videos, some of his latest ones. He did one single button assistant versus the assisted highlight for DPS on a mage. And he does this on different classes. And it's very interesting to see the differences between the two. And you can see what Blizzard has done based on some of these tests. Single button rotation, at least in this particular video, had about a 12% decrease in DPS from the assisted highlight for delivering DPS. So they kind of stepped it up a little bit. If you really want like full support, use the single button. If you want to take it a step further, use the assisted highlight. If you don't like these, play it as you will. Your rotation is your own. So I love it that both of these things have been built in to the game, and I love the way that Dvalin delivers it. So again, thank you. Thanks for assisting and delivering this game to, people who will really take advantage of this, and their gameplay will be more fun. All right. Last one. Certainly not the least one. As a matter of fact, it's my favorite. So I'm going to throw this out there because these dudes have taught me a ton, and they've done it in a very consumable way. And I'm talking about the Comeback Kids. If you've never watched their videos, the Comeback Kids are two brothers with a weekly video show where they talk about Warcraft. But the big highlight here, and that's great, but the big highlight here for me is how in-depth their videos can be on the latest features of Warcraft. Their videos get right to the point. Like there's no fluff. Their presentation value is excellent. They are very comfortable on the mic and in front of a screen, which again, there's a measure of talent there. And these dudes are very, very comfortable doing it. Their presentation value is very, very good. And with their videos, like they sum up and give you a roadmap on how to approach each patch, different mechanics in the game, leveling gear, working through the different systems and features and really giving you a good guide how to do it. And on top of that, one of the best features of their videos is that they will kind of pause and put lists on the screen so you can screenshot it and come back to it. You know, whether it's you're screenshotting with, you know, Snippet or whatever you use on your computer, or if you're just taking a picture with your iPhone, which is what I do. I'm like, click, and then I can come back to it when I'm in game playing. And it's good content. The information is usable. And I will say right now, there has not been a single video that I have watched from them where I didn't learn something new about this game that I've been playing for over 20 years. So my hat is off to these guys. Their latest video is how to prepare solo for midnight, which gives you a bunch of great tips and tricks. There's a tip in there about how to level from 70 to 80 without doing any combat. And it's brilliant because they're setting, I'll just give it away. They're setting up your crafting or for you to make some money in midnight. It's so good. It's so good. And I know you've watched your videos too, Jibs. I know you feel the same way about these two dudes. And I will say this, here's an awesome thing that just happened to us this past week. I've been a fan of the Comeback Kids for a long time. And a couple of days ago, one of them commented on one of our episodes on YouTube. And I was like starstruck. It's like, what? Jim sends me a screenshot. He texted me the screenshot of, look who commented on one of our videos. And I was like, what? So anyway, I was super humbled, and here you go. Right back at you, boys.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for the love. Honestly, we love your content and all the creators' content, everyone that we've just mentioned. I just, there's something to be said about positivity and people putting forth their best effort to make something that the best that they can. And these are all these creators. They do a wonderful job. And yeah, specifically for the Comeback Kids, thank you boys for listening. We certainly do appreciate you. And we love you guys so much for everything that, you do in the WoW space. And it's always inspiration to us as well. And it's a joy for us too, to be able to listen and know that you guys are listening too. Much love from us to you. Let's connect.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. I know we didn't mention all the content creators because there's so many of them out there, but these are definitely some of our favorites. And we wanted to highlight them because they're doing tons of work. Like the hours are countless for the things that they're doing behind the scenes to bring you these guides and videos. And they're putting their heart and soul into researching this stuff, scripting stuff, recording it, take after take, and then having to edit everything and get you out this finished product. It's a good thing to just take the time to recognize these folks that are out there doing this work for you. That makes our gameplay better. So it's definitely more work than you probably realize goes into content creation. And we wanted to honor them on our show and just say a big hearty thank you.
Agreed. Folks, we'll be right back. We're going to do our lore lesson. We'll close out the show, finish for the day. Be right back.
Now listen closely to my tale.
Long before Azeroth knew peace, before order, the world belonged to chaos. Fire roared against stone. Storms ripped across endless seas. And as we've already detailed, the elemental lords ruled a world forever in conflict, and they reveled in it. But then, the sky broke. From the great dark beyond, colossal beings fell upon Azeroth. Not as conquerors marching in, but as horrors, colliding with the world itself. They buried themselves deep into the planet's surface, each in a different place, rising as living mountains of flesh, countless mouths gnashing, endless black eyes staring without thought or mercy. These were the old gods.
Let your eyes be opened.
Where the old gods landed, despair followed. The land around them withered and blackened, dying for miles in every direction. Beneath the surface, massive tendrils bored downward, threading through the crust of the world, creeping ever closer to Azeroth's defenseless heart. From the old god's corrupted forms, new life emerged, twisted life. First came the S.N.A.R.K, the faceless ones, intelligent, cruel, and calculating.
Light dies in the endless fathoms.
Then the Akir, towering insectoid creatures built for endurance, labor, and war.
Bend to the Master's will.
They were not independent beings, they were extensions of a Master's will. Through these servants, the old gods expanded their dominion. The S.N.A.R.K drove the Akir relentlessly, forcing them to raise immense citadels and temple cities around the old gods themselves. The greatest of these fortresses formed around Y'Sharj, the most powerful and malevolent among them, near the center of Azeroth's largest continent.
I feast on suffering.
Over time, these dark strongholds spread outward, merging into a single, suffocating domain. A civilization built on corruption. The Black Empire. The rise of the Black Empire did not go unnoticed. For the first time in Azeroth's history, the Elemental Lords set aside their rivalries. Instead, they united. Storms summoned by Al'Akir fused with the flames of Ragnaros, forming colossal fire cyclones that tore across the world and reduced entire cities to ash. Elsewhere, Therazane raised jagged walls of living stone, trapping enemy forces within collapsing temples. Then, the seas answered. Neptulon and his tidal host surged forward, crushing the Akir and S.N.A.R.K between unyielding rock and the fury of the oceans. For a moment, it seemed enough. But the Black Empire did not fall. For every servant destroyed, more crawled forth, spawned endlessly from the old god's diseased forms. The Akir swarmed like an unstoppable infestation. The S.N.A.R.K broke the elementals through sheer attrition. One by one, the elemental lords fell into slavery. With the world's native spirits broken, nothing remained to stop the spread. The Black Empire consumed vast stretches of Azeroth. The skies dimmed. Perpetual twilight settled in. And the world spiraled into an age of suffering, silence, and death.
All right. Well, everybody, this was episode 22. It's hard to believe it's only 22 episodes. To be honest with you, I feel like we just started. But anyway, this is episode 22 of Azeroth Morning Radio. This is the part where we need your help. Folks, if you enjoyed the show here, tell us how we're doing. Leave a review. It helps the great algorithm titans as we navigate this wonderful world of, well, the algorithm. So if you enjoyed the episode, please leave a review and please tell a friend. That's how this hearth continues to grow, gets bigger. Tell a friend, tell your Discord community, just whatever that is. If you enjoyed it, please pass it along. And of course, you can always visit our website at AzerothMorningRadio.com. You can learn more about Cash and myself, see all the episodes there listed in the library. Of course, you can get in contact with us directly over there at the contact page. Cash.
Man, I feel like I gotta drink a gallon of water. I had that was a full coffee fueled sermon right there during that S.N.A.R.K. It's like, blah. Friends, this show is about the community and you folks out there who are playing Warcraft on a daily basis, and we would like to connect. You can email us at AzerothMorningRadio@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and TikTok, and Patreon, all at Azeroth Morning Radio.
That's right. Come join the Patreon,
Summed
folks.
them all up.
Yeah, you did a good job. Come join the Patreon. We want to come see you guys. And you guys get some fun stuff, too. I'm always trying to make sure and post some stuff in the Behind the Mics channel, which is really a behind the scenes look at like what we're doing and everything from it could be me editing at like 5 in the morning or whatever, and I'm posting screens, or we're talking about the future of AMR and like, hey, this is coming up. We want your thoughts, blah, blah, blah. Feedback channels, all that fun stuff. So anyway, folks, much love to you. Have a wonderful week in gaming. We'll see you right here next week on Azeroth Morning Radio.
This is the last week with Braun. Go say bye to Braun.
Don't stand there.
Job's done.